everyone. Welcome to my weekly messages. I'm Jelaila Star. Today the topic is, let's see, what did I call this? I write the written part first, and then sometimes I do the video and I can't remember what I said. It's called Waiting for Your Next Step, Mission 2012, or 2012 missions. What that means is a lot of people like myself are waiting for their next step. Normally about this time of the year, we already know what our new assignments are, those of us who feel like we're here on a mission. And this year, we're still waiting. I mean, it's really strange. So anyway, in the written part, I was talking about how this feels, being in limbo, so to speak. We're just kind of hanging out, waiting, looking for signs. What do we do next? Why are we still in it? I mean, we should be already in the creation stage of whatever structure we need to create to fulfill the assignment this year. And at the same time, the opportunities, the people, and the money all come together for that. Because anytime we have a mission, and we have assignments within the mission, there's always people, money, and opportunity to support those if we learn how to wait and act on the signs that are always given by the guides. So I want to talk about, what that feels like, and I also want to talk about why it's taking so long, and kind of how to deal with it, and then what to do next. Okay, so with that said, in the last week's weekly message, I talked about perspective on 2012 and how this is going to be the year of choices. And, our assignments are going to be affected by choices really heavily this time. But I don't want to jump ahead of myself, so I'm going to go back for a second. 2011 was like just the tension just built and built and built in 2012 because of all these events that occurred, and some of them unprecedented, that like the Occupy movement. Well, we haven't seen that before, at least not in our lifetimes. A 9.1 earthquake. I'm sure there have been earthquakes, but one that was so devastating, and the tsunami afterwards that moved the entire island of Japan 12 feet. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And then, you name it. There was just one event after another. It's like boom, 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 boom. And it seemed like in some cases they happened right on top of each other, and we barely had time to catch our breath and start to recover before the next one hit us. And boy, it was just like when at the end of 2011, I was like, I'm so glad this year's over. It has been intense. So as a result of all that activity, it takes longer. Normally the guides, and the higher ups whose job it is to kind of oversee Earth's ascension and, humanity's evolution, they look at the events of the year and they wait till all the dust settles, and then they take a look at what they've got, and then they base their new plans or new assignments for us based on what they see. And if you've looked back in my older perspectives on, the year, going back even 10 years, you're going to see that what they do is they project out along the timelines to see where the energy is. And that tells them, wherever there's a higher preponderance of energy, they're going to, or concentration of energy, that's what's most likely going to occur, and they give their probabilities and possibilities based on those. So what they're telling us this year is a reason is that it's taken longer. Still, the dust still hasn't settled from 2011 because so much stuff happened. But what they are saying is that this year, when the assignments are handed out, they're going to be a little bit tougher. And the fact that we are going to have to make our choices around how we accomplish those assignments from the highest level of understanding that we are capable of. The reason being that in 11 months, our planet crosses the galactic equator and enters into a field of energy that's going to speed everything up like 2,000 times faster. So that means that literally the moment you think something, you create it. So when you have 6 billion people doing that, you're going to create some amazing experiences. And collectively, it's either going to become a heaven or a hell, our choice, but it's going to become very quickly one or the other. And what they would like to see is us create more heaven than hell. So we don't have the luxury of making choices based in fear, which in the past, a lot of our assignments, we kind of skated through some of them. I know I have, because my choices and how to achieve an assignment, which in many cases was about walking through a fear or running from it, were not the highest choice I could have made. I didn't just feel the fear and do it anyway. Well, this is the year where we must feel the fear and do it anyway. Whatever we're called to do, if we have any fear around it, feel the fear and do it anyway. Because this is the year we walk the tightrope without a net. So what they're telling us is that it's going to be a very fast-paced year, and we're going to be called on to use every bit of knowledge and training we have had to be able to make the highest possible choices in completing our assignments. No more getting to redo aspects of them down the road, because all of us have had to redo aspects of past assignments that we didn't always complete at the highest level. Because everything we do creates the infrastructure for the new reality. So they want the highest possible outcomes for whatever, for the infrastructure, so that we have the best foundation to launch from after 2012. So it's going to be a tough, challenging, yet exciting and exhilarating year. I'm not here to tell you it's going to be all horrible. It's not. It's just going to be that we're going to be presented with the rest of our fears, so that we have a chance to really clear them, and they will be part of our assignments. So what do we do until our assignments start to show up? Because it is sort of like doors, it's like you can, it's almost like a game. Here's how I experience getting my assignments every year. The end of the year, I'm kind of like laid back, relaxing, focusing on family, doing introspective work, contemplating. Business is slowed down, so I have a chance to do that. And then all of a sudden the signs will start to appear. People will say something 3 times, or I'll get dreams, or I'll get excited about some new idea that's presented to me. And the more I'm in the moment, the more I catch those signs. And then over a period of time, you see the same things happening over and over again. It's sort of like a door cracking open. You can kind of peer into it a little bit and see what's behind it, but you can't see enough to kind of make out what the whole picture is. It's like seeing a piece of a puzzle, but not the whole puzzle. But as the signs keep coming, you begin to go, oh, yeah, that seems like it's what's behind the door. And then all of a sudden the door starts to open more and more as the signs come forward and the assignment starts to take form that our guides are giving us. Until eventually all of a sudden the people and money opportunity all come together and the door swings open and you go, oh, okay, I get this. This is what I need to do. And you get busy with creating the infrastructure as fast as you can, and off you go. That's the way I've experienced getting assignments. So this year, it's taken longer, as I said, but here's what we can do, just stay in the moment, have some fun. I play computer games. Sometimes I walk around my house aimlessly going, what the hell am I doing? When the anxiety hits, I go into a place where I go sit on my rocker and I start to daydream about all the good things I want to see in my life. And that kind of gets me out of the anxiety. Or I go have lunch with my daughter, or I go take my dogs for a walk, whatever it takes to get rid of the anxiety. Because anxiety is a natural part of it, the waiting period. So those are things that you can do, but just keep in mind that it's going to take maybe a little bit longer for, our assignments to show up. Some of you are lucky, you've already got yours, but some of us are not. We're just waiting. So that's it for today. Hang loose. It's going to be an accelerating, fast-paced, crazy-making year. And one last thing, try to enjoy this time, because like they told me back when I went into pre-launch, enjoy these days, because when this thing takes off, you're going to long for them. All right, take care, and I will see you next week. Bye. Oh, has it been a while since I said I